Hello and welcome back to another episode of Suguri. This time we'll be doing Stage 5 easy, and Stage 5 is what we can consider to be a break stage, as in, it's a lot easier than Stage 4 in my opinion, mainly because the boss is a pushover, but we'll just have a little change in weaponry and then we'll jump right into it. So, we're gonna be using the Buster and the sword for this. Now, if you've been watching so far, you might have been wondering, doesn't Suguri use a sword? We see her use a sword in 100% orange juice. Where's her sword? So, here we go. We're gonna play Suguri with the sword. So, let's just read the Buster real quick. Fires a powerful piercing laser. If you fire it while dashing, you can move while firing. This also raises its range of attack. So, the Buster is essentially a powerful piercing laser. So, and that it's going to be a very useful weapon for the boss because the boss will have high defenses in the way of physical protection, but if you have a piercing weapon, then those defenses are basically meaningless. And then we'll have the sword, a melee weapon. It has high power and can perform a 3-hit combo. Shields you if you make a direct hit. Lock on and dash change the attack. So essentially, the sword you would expect slashes enemies, but since it's a melee weapon, we have to get up close and personal with it. You might think that's kind of suicide because this is a bullet hell type of game, but the sword gives you some invincibility once you make a direct hit, so you can use that, and then it becomes a very viable weapon if you know how to use it. So this is going to jump right into Stage 5. The shadow in the sky. Never has one seen a ship as large as this. Suguri heads towards the ship to put an end to the fighting. I should be able to stop them. With my power, I can do it. Dad, I'll give it my all. So here's the Buster. And see, careful, the giant laser. We all like giant laser beams. But we're not gonna use the Buster here. We're just gonna use the sword. And excuse me, I'm just gonna reset this. Trying to articulate my thoughts. Let's see. We'll sword the enemies in front. And the sword has, if you dash while using the sword, has a giant range, so you can take out a lot of enemies at once like that. Show the Buster off more during the boss, but we're just gonna primarily use a sword, and I like the sword on the stage because you can do something like this, and that'll take care of the cannons, the mounted cannons. Otherwise, you'll probably have a little bit hard time with them. So sword, 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 and we still got hit there. But you can see whenever we slice something, we have this brief period of invincibility, and indicated by the shield. You can use this invincibility to dash through the missiles, so it's very nice. And then this is the final part of the stage. Well, actually, we'll have to defeat these enemies first. Here's the final part, and this is important to learn that you can dodge. You have to dodge, because otherwise you'll be punished very severely if you don't dodge one of the missiles. So essentially, it goes in slow motion, but I got hit there. So once you get hit on this part, then the missiles will go at full speed, and then at that point, it becomes a real hassle to dodge the rest. But yeah, we might die on our first attempt, but I just want to familiarize myself with the boss's patterns again. So some sloppy play on the stage and such. Out of my way. I refuse. Then I'll force my way through. I'll force you to stop. I don't want to fight. You're going to have to. Are those your orders? Yes. Not to mention, there are hundreds of our people on that ship. I can't allow anything to happen to it. Hundreds of people? Well, I didn't want to do something as troublesome as battle in the first place. Even so, we'll be punished if we don't listen to orders. Sorry to do this, but I'll have to crush you and everyone else with everything I have. I won't let you. You're not getting You're not going to lay a finger on anyone. Resisting now, I'd prefer it if you silently accepted your fate. Never. I still want to live on and live in peace with everyone. What a pain. No time for hesitation. Let's go. So, if you'll notice, Kyoko is the one that appears on the Stiff Crystal card in 100% Orange Juice. And you'll see just why right now. She shields herself with these crystals, and unless you have a piercing weapon such as this, I forgot the name of this weapon, but such as this one, then you're gonna have to actually destroy the crystals before you can actually harm her. And I just want to go over the patterns real quick before I actually get into combat. So she shoots the rocks at you, and those are physical projectiles. Her crystals that shield her will also turn into shards that'll fire after an interval. Those are also physical, so don't dash into those. And then the main pattern is the energy spread, and as long as you dash through it, it shouldn't be too hard. But I just got myself killed there because I want to tackle this boss with a bit more health, so let's just do this properly. We'll be using the sword for the most part, and hopefully I don't take too much damage here. Hoping for a 3-hit kit, for a 3 KO. And speaking of 3, the sword can do a 3-hit combo like so. The third hit slice is a bit larger, but we're gonna primarily use the dash attack. Since the 3-hit is more for tanky enemies like the mini boss of the boss. Bad timing there. And the bad thing about the sword is that if you don't have good timing, then physical projectiles will really mess you over. Actually, I think we're gonna show off another melee weapon. It's a bit more user-friendly than the sword. It's the Pile Bunker. Leaps at enemies, delivering a point-blank strike. Shields you during approach, but leaves you vulnerable. Use it to hit and run. So this is, I guess, in contrast to the sword, where you're immune after you hit something. The Pile Bunker makes it so you're immune up to the point you hit something. So this might work better for us. They basically serve the same function, but I think the sword is definitely more versatile. And with the automatic lock-on, the Pile Bunker is a little bit better. Against the rooted enemies, at least. Here. And then, these things. Hope I don't get hit too much here. There we go. And, one more of these. Buster, followed by some slicing. And then, if I don't get hit here, we should be good. You can dash during this part, but I like to be precision of just moving, using the arrow keys. So, back to Kyoko. And, now that I've explained the patterns, we're just gonna bring out our giant laser beam and take care of her. So during the spread and the laser shots, just dash, and you should be fine. With the laser beam, because I keep forgetting the name of this weapon, you can easily destroy the these crystals that she shoots at you. And it also penetrates her defenses very well. dash during this part. Avoid those. Avoid the lasers. I should have dodged there, but it worked out for us in the end. She also summons satellites sometimes during phase 2 of the fight. But if you stay near the bottom of the screen, they should more or less be not a problem. And she also has the crystal wall attack you just saw. If you destroy the crystals, then they won't shatter into the shards, and the shards are what are the main problem with that attack. And then the final stage is this part where she summons the satellites again, and then fires those square lasers. And she also has giant crystals here, and the best way to dodge the giant crystals is just to weave through them slowly. So I think we should be good if we don't get hit by one of these things. And that was a big if, because I just got hit by one. If I can also aim this buster, then I have a better chance. I think this might be the end. But we also have our hyper attack, so might as well just spam that. So overall, really poor play. Definitely do a lot better on this boss when I'm playing alone, not recording. But yeah, that will be stage 5 easy. Stage 6 will be the penultimate stage. And we might have a little bit of trouble with that, but until next time, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Castella out.